Welcome, fellow dreamers and believers in pixie dust. Join us as we set sail for Neverland and exploring the enchanting musical world of Peter Pan, where childhood wonder collides with thrilling adventure and the power of believing takes center stage. Peter Pan is a musical with Moose, Charlap, Jules Stone, and additional lyrics by Betty Comden and Adolph Green. Several productions of Peter Pan were staged in the early 20th century, starting with London in 1904 and Broadway in 1905. In a nod to the original play and the pantomime tradition it derives from, the title role of Peter in the musical has usually been played by a woman, with notable stars such as Mary Martin, Sandy Duncan, and Cathy Rigby. To fully understand the production and its backstory, we actually need to grab some pixie dust ourselves and fly back to 1954. Fred Coe, production manager for NBC in New York, began work on Producer's Showcase, a 90-minute anthology series that aired every fourth Monday for 3 seasons. One aim of the series was to broadcast expensive color spectaculars to promote the new color television system developed by NBC's parent company, RCA. So you may be asking, well, what does this have to do with Peter Pan? Well, in March of 1955, NBC presented Peter Pan Live on Producer's Showcase, making it the first full-length Broadway production on color TV. Now, fun fact, the show attracted a then-record audience of 65 million viewers, the highest ever up to that time for a single televised program. It was so well received that the musical was restaged live for television again on Producer's Showcase in January of 1956. In December of 1960, Peter Pan was restaged again, this time in a 100-minute version, and with a slightly different cast due to the original children outgrowing their roles. Now, since Producer's Showcase had long since gone off the air, the production was actually intended as a standalone special, with Act 2 being split into an unheard of 2 acts, making it a total of 5 acts to allow for more commercial time. Peter Pan would eventually open on Broadway in October of 1954 at the Winter Garden Theater, running for 152 performances. With a revised score and Tony Award-winning performances by Mary Martin and Australian stage and screen actor Cyril Ritchard, the musical became a critical success, with tickets selling out for the entire Broadway run. Now, Broadway would see its first revival in 1979 at the Lunt-Fontanne Theater, starring Sandy Duncan and English film and theater actor George Rose. A second Broadway revival would open again in 1990 at the Lunt-Fontanne Theater, running for 45 performances, before transferring to the Minskoff Theater, where Lion King is today, 10 months later, running for an additional 48 performances. Now, both productions starred former Olympic gymnast Cathy Rigby as Peter Pan. Rigby would return to Broadway as Peter Pan in the Marquis Theater's 1998 production, and yet again starring as Peter in the Gershwin Theater's 1999 production. In 2014, NBC would broadcast a new incarnation of Peter Pan Live, starring Allison Williams, Christopher Walken, Kelly O'Hara, Broadway's Willy Wonka Christian Borle, and 1995 Circle of Friends actress Minnie Driver. Peter Pan continues to captivate audiences of all ages, offering a timeless escape to a world where anything is possible. It's a musical that reminds us that even though we may eventually leave Neverland, the magic it holds can stay alive within us, forever fueling our dreams and guiding us through the adventures of life. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to today's video. If you enjoyed this, please comment on what you liked or disliked. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want to see other videos like this, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, that's a wrap.